Yeah, at this point we know that 2 people were in that plane, and seeing it right on the highway, it's hard to imagine that they were able to get out when you actually see that plane, but they were able to make it out, and they also managed to land in the median right there. And so there were cars on E-470 both sides, and they managed not to hit any cars or anyone else, and they managed to actually walk out of the plane. Nothing short of a miracle. Now, this all happened as they were trying to approach Centennial Airport, but of course something went wrong. They weren't able to land accordingly. And I was told by the PIO on scene here, the public information officer, that this plane was coming in from Dodge City, Kansas. 2 occupants on board, like I mentioned. And there's such a response here because when you're dealing with jet fuel and whatnot, it is much harder to contain just because of those high temperatures. So earlier when we were on scene, you were able to see this kind of like white dust or this white smoke come up from the ground, and we thought, oh, maybe it's smoke from a fire that had continued. Actually, it was foam, and they were putting that on the plane to ensure that the fire that did occur here earlier on would not happen again. It was also to contain the jet engine so that it doesn't explode or nothing goes wrong with that. This is a single engine passenger aircraft. We asked if this was a private aircraft. At this time, they didn't quite know, but as the officers on scene here, they said this is pretty miraculous that this is the result from this accident.
Times like this where 2 people, their plane, they were able to avoid all the other cars and they were still able to walk away, that's a miracle and we should be thankful.
Yeah, even the public information officer that you just heard from, she said that it is quite a takeaway that miracles do happen, and she was really thankful to see that everyone is okay. Tom, Kim.